Guys, I don't know how Bernie Sanders or any of the other 2020 candidates that aren't Michael Bloomberg are going to make it through this. It's bad news. This is a little heavy. I hope we're all going to be okay. But this is a game changer here, guys. Look at this. Look at this. So this is from The View. Judge Judy is officially endorsing former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg for president. There was no other voice for me. So they have little subtitles here so we can read what she's saying. We're not gonna listen to the audio because I mean this is from The View, but it's also connected to Michael Bloomberg, and I feel like if there's anybody who would love to give a copyright strike to as many channels as possible, it's Michael Bloomberg. If Michael Bloomberg had his way, he would stop and frisk every YouTube channel in any possible violation. He'd be like, copyright strike, give it to him. But here's what she says. All right, so it starts, I felt as if it was time for America, which is the greatest country in the world. Does she know that? Judge Judy, do you know that? Where else have you been? Have you been to every other country in the world? It's so annoying when people speak in superlatives. America is the greatest country in the world. First of all, it's called the United States. It's not called America. That annoys a lot of people in Canada and other places when you just call it America. It's North America. That's a continent that the United States is part of. The country is called the United States, not America. Not trying to nitpick here, but it's like when you're going to make dumb statements like America is the greatest country in the world. Yeah, technically, what you just said isn't even correct. It's called the United States. And it's the greatest country in the world. It's so great, I don't know the name of it. It's so great, I don't even call it by its proper name. That's how great it is. Maybe I'm splitting hairs. And there's more to her statement here on why she's endorsing Michael Bloomberg for president. The guy who instituted stop and frisk. The guy who New York City hated so much, nobody was excited about his presidency. But he's fit to lead the free world. He was hated as a mayor. He's fit to lead the free world, though. He's not the only hated mayor running for president now. There's also Pete Buttigieg. All right. Anyway, let's get into this. I felt as if it was time for America. All right. So we got through that one. Oh, wait. We don't want the audio. All right. So let's see. What else is she saying? To have the greatest president for a while. He's going to be not the greatest ever. She's not willing to go that far. Not a place card, not a revolution, because I don't think this country needs a revolution. Full stop. Guess what, Judge Judy? This country does need a revolution. But you don't know that because you're rich and disconnected and you work in reality television. By the way, last time we started getting somebody involved with politics who works in reality television, how'd it work out? How'd it work out? That guy's still in the White House. How's that going? How's that going? So do we really want this Judge Judy endorsement? I don't watch that show because... I mean, there's a number of reasons why. I guess the most obvious is I don't bother with cable because I don't need it. I don't know how anyone needs it. What do you do with cable if you have it? Like, honestly, like pretty much everything you can get online. And if you like a certain thing, you can just get why is cable television even still a thing? But anyway, all right. So this country doesn't need a revolution, even though we have crippling amounts of student loan debt that is fracturing an entire generation and multiple generations at this point. Even though half the country can't afford a $1,000 emergency, even though we have an economy of war that is decimating us locally and causing havoc and destruction and brutality around the world at the behest of oil companies and weapons manufacturers. Even though we have a corporate takeover of both of our political parties that are really just one party, and it's the money party. Even though we are committing atrocities towards immigrants and towards people coming here to be refugees. Even though people die from lack of health care in the richest country in the world, even though we have a homeless epidemic, even though there's cities in this country that don't have clean drinking water, once again, in the richest country in the world. We don't need a revolution, says Judge Judy. We need Michael Bloomberg, the guy that New York City hated, the guy that instituted stop and frisk. That's his legacy, stop and frisk, a racist, over-militarized response to crime. That's his legacy. And what else does he stand for? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Michael Bloomberg. Here's what else she's saying. All right, so this country doesn't need a revolution. Judge you, we're fine. I think it's a very young country. It's 250 years old, and in the scheme of things, that's a baby. Go tell that to the people that were here first. Please, Judge Judy, go to a reservation or a Native American, any Native American land, and tell them how young this country is. Tell them how young this country is, and that's all there is to this country. People were here first, Judge Judy. People were in America first. So insightful. So insightful. And it still has growing pains. It's still learning. It's still exploring how to interpret the Constitution. Well, that's fair. Okay. I can dig that. Growing pains, reasonable. Still learning, reasonable. Exploring how to interpret the Constitution. Which it means it is elastic, is it elastic, not elastic? But in the greatest country, everybody wants to come here. Not true. Not true. Everybody wants to come here. We have a net zero immigration, Judge Judy. A net zero. And a lot of the people that are coming here, they're coming here because of our sanctions crushing their countries. They're coming here because of climate change and their ability to farm is being compromised. They're not coming here because they're like, I heard it's the greatest. Judge Judy said so. That's not why they're coming here. Or they're refugees because we bombed the shit out of them. That's why they're coming here. But according to her, they're coming here because of how great it is. They heard her talk about how awesome it is. So that's why, and then that's why we're the greatest country in the world. All right, this is who endorses Michael Bloomberg. This is the type. I mean, has she said anything about what he would do when he's in office? Not yet. Not yet. We're not going to get through this whole thing, but wow. So far, it sucks. And when I look at the field of 2020 candidates, for one reason or another, although I'm sure they're all very nice people, because that's all that matters, there was no other voice for me. Why? I wonder if she tells us. Other than a voice of someone who has experience in governance, second only to the president of the United States. Experience doing horrible things in a city. Okay. Because New York City has the most diverse population of any place else in the United States of America. She remembered the name of the country. All right. She's moving up. Except the United States of America. And you are all New Yorkers, so you sort of remember there was a good feeling. There was a good feeling. It was a feeling that things were run effectively and efficiently during his, like stop and frisk, that was real effective and efficient during his 12 years as mayor. Remember how great you felt? Remember how great you felt? I felt great when I was 4 years old. When I was 4 years old, everything was new and exciting, and I just felt great. I felt really great. So I guess Ronald Reagan was the greatest president ever because I felt great. I felt great. I had no clue what was going on in the world. The only thing that matters to me was when I was going to watch Wildcats. That was my favorite cartoon as a kid. And I really loved polenta and hot dogs. That was what I lived on, and milkshakes. I was a big fan. And at the time, I had trouble gaining weight as a kid. I wish I still had that problem. I lost that problem really quick. But when I was like 4, I had problems gaining weight. Lost it real quick. I was the chubby kid most of my life, but and still have problems. You know, I mean, I gain weight very easily, have a much harder time losing it. But at 4, so I could eat whatever I wanted because I needed to gain weight. So I guess Ronald Reagan's the greatest president ever because I felt great. I felt amazing. I guess I never knew this. Well, what great. I felt really good. This is somebody who never has to worry about anything because they're rich. All right. He's brilliant, self-made guy who runs. And what else does he do other than run? We'll see. Again, we're not doing audio. I don't want to stop and frisk on the YouTube. Manages thousands of people and has for 30 years. He's a philanthropist, not just a today philanthropist. Say that 5 times fast. Okay. So here we go. I'm in reality television. And I like Michael Bloomberg because he's a good businessman. Reality television, businessman. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar to anybody else? Sounds familiar to me. So if you like Michael Bloomberg, that's what you want more of. That's what you want more of. All right. Okay, Judge Judy, there we go. Providing us with brilliant insight.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're together and make it our own. Get your